not my jam.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Jason, Joe, and Crams are here. It is the Jam Week. Coming to you with the Jam, thanks to our patrons who voted them in this month. Today, we're giving our top 10 favorite Jam songs. Yesterday, we counted down their studio albums. We each ranked them all, so check out that video if you've not seen it yet. Pretty much for all three of us, the Jam was a new experience. We knew a few songs here and there. Cram knew one album, but for the most part, a lot of new stuff to cover. So will be interesting to see which tracks kind of stuck with us the most after 1 week of listening. So we'll go in the same order as we did the last time. Joe will kick us off.
All right, these are my jams from the Jam. It's going to be very heavily tilted towards one album. At the bottom, though, at number 10, we got Happy Together, not a cover. This is from The Gift. Urgent yet poppy, and it is post-punk flavored guitar work, but really cool guitar sound and tone and work here on this one. Number 9, I got Here Comes the Weekend from This Is the Modern World, which is very super British sounding, but I love the staccato bass line, great drumming, slashing guitar work, really cool, fast, punky, upbeat, fun song. Number 8, It's Too Bad from All Mod Cons. Weller shows off a little falsetto here. There's some nice harmonies with Foxton, and the drumming kicks ass. Great melody, R&B tradition here. Number 7, I got In the City from the debut. Just a furious 2-minute updating of maximum R&B. You know, this is what the Who would sound like if they'd continued on the path set by their debut. Really fun, upbeat stuff. Number 6, not so fun. I got Private Hell from Setting Suns. Really love the guitar work, though. That massive punk bass sound, just awesome. And I like Weller's lyrics here, commentary on the middle class. I think it's quite clever. Number 5, Heat Wave, the excellent cover. Weirdly stuck on the end of Setting Suns, but it's a really cool update of that R&B classic, and just been stuck in my head, and their version, I think I prefer it over the Martha and the Vandellas one at this point. Number 4, something not from any album. I got the Butterfly Collector. It was a B-side of something, I forget what, doesn't matter. But a darker, more ominous, like minor key riff here in the intro. A lot of darkness. I believe it's about groupies. And the lyric, there's tarts and whores, but you're much more, I think is pretty great. Number 3, Down in the Tube Station at Midnight from All Mod Cons. It's like a prog punk song. The bass lines are excellent. A lot of like sparse sound and just like the bass walking around. When the guitar comes in, it has a really cool, unique guitar tone. I don't think I've heard quite like it before. And I feel like this is a big influence on The Clash. I don't know. It's hard to tell like who influenced who with all these bands around the same time between them and XTC and The Clash and everybody. But maybe they borrowed from each other, gave to each other. It all works though. Number 2, Wasteland from Setting Suns. Lovely pop song, flute recorder, organ, acoustic guitar. Maybe the prettiest, most melodic vocal part from Weller and Bruce Foxton here. Number 1, though, Eton Rifles. That hello, hooray, there's a price to pay, such a big, meaty hook. And I love the hey backing vocals, the guitar tone, the bass tone, the drums. I mean, it all works excellently. Love it. From Setting Suns, which took up like half of my top 10 list. That's why it was my favorite.
All right, I got a few in common with ya. I don't have any non-albums songs, as I only knew a couple and they didn't make it and didn't really have time to get into those. But number 10, I've got English Rose, pretty little acoustic number, nice and simple, incredibly touching about searching everywhere for something and always being able to come back to something of a foundation, really nice. Number 9, Wasteland. Love the sound of the guitar on this. It's very dark and moody, and the arpeggio just works really well. I also love the whistle in it, or flute, whatever it is. Really lovely and catchy, and it gives me some serious REM college rock vibes. Number 8, Fly. Love the straight bass plucks kind of driving the hook in the verse. Really pretty, kind of jangly, eclectic guitar splattered in. Great acoustic part in the opener, just pretty and casual, which I really like. Number 7, got Ghosts. I love the vocals and the melody. I love the horn accompaniment. Pretty chord progression, very simple. And I love those little side snare taps keeping time. Number 6, that's Entertainment. Love the acoustic guitar, love the lyrics, the backing vocals. Just a really pretty song. Weller sounds great when he sings it, even though it reminds me of that old viral video about come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Number 5, Heat Wave. Great cover. Totally wraps up that album with just like a nice bow, Setting Suns, just with a lot of fun. Awesome, cool, old school upbeat flair naturally, but done with their style as well. The piano and the sax added is really nice. I love the speed in the drums, and just a great dance song, a lot of fun, relentless, and it's entertaining. 4, I've got Private Hell. They're going a little bit more dark gothic new wave here, and it's really cool, signaling like the early 80s kind of sound that would happen, and the bass rules for that big fat tone. Number 3, To Be Someone. Good power pop, kind of new wave kind of blend. Really lovely melody and sentiment about the idea of being famous and loved, even though I think there's some irony to it. Number 2, In the Crowd. Love that the guitar lead that echoes the chorus. Really nicely done. Great craft there. Tremendous bass melody. Really pretty. Got a cool jam session and solo at the end too. But my number 1, and this song is light years better than any other song. I've got Town Called Malice. It's always been one of my favorite songs. It is just so infectious and upbeat and fun, and those organ leads and that bass and everything. It's just so many things and full of emotion, but being light at the same time. It's great. Town Called Malice, got to be number 1.
All right. So, well, like I said, I knew a few songs going into this week. None of the songs that I knew made it into my top 10. My number 10 is going to be It's Too Bad, which was a song about a breakup. Great bass line. Love the drums during the bridge. It's also really infectious and upbeat for a breakup song. It's got this great call and response thing at the end as well. Number 9, I've got In the Crowd, another great bass line from Bruce Foxton. Love the cool reversed guitars too during the solo section. Number 8 is the only non-album track I have making my top 10. I've got Absolute Beginners. This came out in 81, so right before The Gift. Has all of the energy that The Gift lacked, even though it's kind of going in that same direction. I love the horn figure on it. I think it's tremendous. And I think this is the peak of Weller's soul fascination. Number 7, I've got Happy Together. Love the way the song feels like it's accelerating into the pre-chorus. It's got that tambourine that comes in, and then it's just like heading downhill from there. It's just great. Number 6, I've got Time for Truth from the debut. Really cool rhythms on this one. Also a great showcase of Weller's, the way he kind of fills the role of rhythm and lead guitarist, kind of doing both at once. And I think that's a great example of it on that track. Number 5, I've got Monday. Reminds me of a lot of great 60s songs like California Dreaming that are upbeat and also have a very melancholy melody at the same time. I love that vibe. There's also like this harpsichord on it. It's very, very 60s. I think it's really cool. Number 4, I have Away from the Numbers. I love the chugging guitar sound. The drumming is excellent on this track. A lot of really big fills. It's got this really familiar sounding chorus. It reminds me of like a lot of 60s girl groups, maybe. I'm not sure exactly, but it's like last week when Cram couldn't put his finger on what that U2 song reminded him of. But if anyone knows, man, it's really cool. Number 3, Pretty Green. Love the way this song builds. It's got like these sitar sounding guitars chiming in. The backing vocals are just like shift a little bit. So it's almost like they're singing in a round. Really, really cool stuff. It's got a super fat bass. Great drum groove. Number 2, To Be Someone. Didn't We Have a Nice Time? One of their best melodies, I think. I love the piano that comes in and like banging the chords out just really briefly at the end. Really cool song construction as well. And then number 1, I've got I Need You for Someone. Just a fantastic melody. Love the harmonies. I love the instrumental section. It's got really, really cool chords, really cool bass line. So many of these songs have great bass lines. Bruce Foxton, like Joe said, was a revelation in the previous video. I will echo that sentiment. Really, really enjoyed listening to his bass playing this week. So there you go. Those are my top 10 jam songs.
No, nothing in common. Doesn't happen too often these days. I will say I really liked a lot of their covers. I think they're a very good cover group. They do a really cool cover of Curtis Mayfield's Move On Up, and a couple of the other ones we mentioned, the Kinks one, the Heat Wave, and I think there's a couple more, but that was another cool aspect of the band that I didn't really know about, all the cool covers they do. And I always like when bands do covers.
All right, so let us know what you think of our list. What songs did we miss? Drop them down in the comments. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit the bell for notifications. And then head to the video description. You can find links to all sorts of places, all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as our website and merch store. We also have a Patreon if you're interested in supporting the channel further. All kinds of cool stuff going on there. You can help select one artist that we cover every month. You can join our Patreon only Discord. You get exclusive playlists depending on the tier that you join. But head over there, check out all the details. Again, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.